This video is going to be all about crazy trends and how to style them. Let's jump right in. Arguably, neon is possibly the craziest trend of all, but it puts a smile to my face, and I've been told that I'm a little crazy, so I wear it, and you can too. For beginners, and to avoid looking like a highlighter exploded all over you, which, let's be frank, I'm kind of failing it right now, oh well. But it's best to stick with only one neon item at a time. And keep the rest of the outfit as neutral as your little color-loving heart will let you. I'm assuming your heart loves color, if you're, planning to wear neon, that is. So if you're wearing something neon on top, then feel free to stick to something neutral on the bottom. In a white color, perhaps, which will really make your neon stand out. Or if you're wearing something neon on the bottom, then, well, wear something neutral on top. Next up, we have fringe, which is definitely not on the fringes of the crazy trends group. Bad pun aside, though, fringe has long been reserved for ranchers or music festivals after which you don't remember your own name, much less where you've actually been all weekend. Now, if you're brave enough and want to tackle fringe, I suggest you stick to one item, just like with neon. And perhaps that item could be a fringe jacket, or maybe a fringe dress. Whatever you choose, pairing that with something that doesn't have fringe will tone it down quite a bit and make you look a lot more appropriate for the city or your everyday life. I mean, if you want to wear all fringe, I love that look too, go for it. It's just a little bit harder to pull off. Now, let's move on to probably one of the most wearable trends I'm going to talk about in this video. Tropical prints are often reserved for beach getaways and vacations, and perhaps they should stay there. But perhaps not. And that second possibility is exactly what we're going to discuss in this video. First of all, tropical prints actually become a lot more wearable if they come in a more neutral color, like white, or gray, or brown, or navy. Second, pairing your tropical prints with denim, especially distressed denim, gives it a grungier feel and makes it look a lot less like you should be on the beach somewhere. Add a pair of matching shoes and you're good to go. So we've gone from a fairly wearable trend to sequins, which are actually considered kind of a no-no, at least for daytime wear. But we are definitely going to work on that in this video. Because, well, who doesn't want to look like a shiny Christmas ornament? I mean, sequins shine brighter in the daytime after all. Of course, toning them down does become rather a big priority. And one of the best ways to tone something down is with a neutral blazer, which also has the added benefit of making you look more put together and elegant. Of course, keeping the rest of your outfit within a more neutral color scheme also really doesn't hurt. Now, depending on how much skin you usually wear on an everyday basis, oh boy. I'm actually gonna keep this line in, it's kind of too funny not to. So, what I meant to say is, on your everyday style and how much skin you tend to show on an everyday basis, bralette top may or may not be crazy for you, but for many people it's definitely on the wilder side. But if you're like me and that actually doesn't scare you, you can always make it more wearable by covering up pretty much the rest of your body. Now the most important question is, was I boiling when I wore this? Yes, I was. At least until I came into a store and my core temperature dropped about 10 degrees due to the AC. Speaking of showing skin, or questioning if you're actually wearing skin on an everyday basis, if you're me, apparently, sheer is also here, as a trend. Now on its own, it's scary, I admit, but it can actually be made extremely wearable simply by wearing something underneath. Now the possibilities for that are actually quite numerous. You could wear a long sleeve top if you want to keep yourself warm, or a tank top if you're actually living in a warmer climate, or a bralette top like the one we talked about earlier. Personally, I like to wear a delicate sheer top like this with distressed denim, just because I think that it toughens up the look a little bit. Now, statement sleeves actually is a trend that varies quite a bit in levels of craziness depending on the actual piece. Now, I have a little bit of a lantern puffed sleeve action going on here, but statement sleeves can get much puffier and or much bigger. Mine is sort of the beginner's version of the statement sleeve, and by the way, that's another great way to make a crazy trend a lot more wearable. Just choose a more subtle version of that crazy trend and suddenly it becomes a lot less crazy. Now normally with a crazy trend, you'll want to keep the rest of your outfit more subtle, but we've established that I'm a little bit crazy, so I definitely did not do that. I still kept the rest of my outfit within a neutral color family though. It's just that my leggings, which are snake print, are just not all that neutral. But I think it still worked out, so I'm happy. The next trend I'm going to talk about is vintage wallpaper prints. So basically something that you might find on a grandma's couch or her wallpaper, and apparently that is now a very trendy print to put on your body. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind. I actually really like those types of prints. What does that say about me, I wonder? In any case, if you are not such a big fan of them yourself, then you can always wear a difficult print, it doesn't have to be this one, by pairing it with other items that exist in that print. Here I'm doing that, well, with a lot of black, since the print has a lot of black in it. Luckily for me, black also happens to be a neutral, and wearing a neutral with a crazier print is actually another great way to tone it down. We finally come to colorful leather, which is probably my favorite trend out of this entire video. Or, faux leather in this particular case. The various incarnations for this trend include jackets, pants, skirts, and shorts, with skirts and jackets being probably the most wearable, which may or may not be the reason I'm wearing one of the two in this video. Now, the reason I think that people tend to think of colorful leather as a crazier trend is because of several reasons. One, they have difficulty styling a leather. Two, they have difficulty styling color. Or three, it's all of the above. If you have difficulty styling a leather, I think a great way to do that is to pretend that it's denim. So basically, don't wear it to work unless you have a very casual office. But everywhere else is fair game, so just pretend that your leather skirt is a denim skirt or whatever other leather piece you have. As for difficulty styling color, a great way to do that is to just keep the rest of your outfit neutral. So here I'm wearing a lot of black. I'm also wearing snake print tights, but you could definitely skip on those. And if it's all of the above, then just follow both of these tips and you won't go wrong. And I saved animal prints for last, just because they're the most controversial. Some people consider them really crazy, and some people actually consider animal prints a neutral, or at least leopard print. If you consider it a neutral, then this video had 9 crazy trends for you, not 10, but I think 9 is still a pretty good number. If on the other hand you do consider it crazy, and would like to find out how to make it a little bit more wearable, or maybe even a lot more wearable, keep watching. And the way to do that is pretty much by pairing it with neutrals, like we did for a lot of other crazy trends and prints in the rest of this video. Now, my neutral of choice is black, which is why you've seen it a lot in this video and are seeing it again here. But your neutral of choice can be pretty much anything. Gray, brown, beige, white even, heck, even pink. Some people have pink as a neutral, so pair it with whatever your neutral of choice is and it will become a lot more wearable. And those were all the crazy trends. Thank you for letting me add a little bit of crazy to your day. Thank you so much for watching. Be you, always. Bye!